After forming several central bank partnerships all around the world and announcing it publicly on a massive podcast, XRP takes the stage as it sets to over $144.81, tokenizing over 654.39 trillion USD worth of real estate onto the XRP ledger. RealFi officially announced just a day ago that they've officially begun the tokenization phase 1 process of over $654.39 trillion in global real estate market to be tokenized, all of it, onto the XRP ledger. In fact, that this amount of tokenization, the massive number of $654.39 trillion in global real estate market, will be tokenized into the blockchain, positioning itself at the forefront of tokenized real estate on the XRP ledger. The whole concept allowing for all real estate and rental properties to be paid in both XRP and the RealFi Real token. Both built and developed on the XRP ledger, RealFi will leverage XRP ledger's speed, scalability, and low-cost infrastructure to deliver a universal, fast, and efficient payment solution for the global real estate and rental market. And just recently, today, they've publicly announced that they've officially completed phase 1 of its blueprint for the tokenization of $654.39 trillion onto the XRP ledger. The XRP price has already been set. This has been made clear by multiple financial and globalized institutions like BlackRock, the World Economic Forum, World Bank, the Bank of International Settlement, and multiple others. In fact, 144.81 in XRP with real estate tokenization by RealFi team is only the start of this, as the real value sits higher up towards $60,000 per XRP, in this case $3,542 in XRP with a Ripple, UPO, and bank partners, and $57,598 in XRP with global central bank digital currency XRP integration, meaning we start to see central bank digital currencies being built on top of the XRP ledger. Let's not say that we've already actually begun to see this, like the Republic of Palau, the Republic of Montenegro. A few BRICS nations have brought it up that they plan to build a CBDC on the XRP ledger. On top of that, we've seen the European Union try and launch their digital euro program and launch their digital euro on the XRP ledger. All this is happening, and all of this will unfold the real price of XRP. Now, before we proceed further in this video, I want to remind you guys that this is a golden opportunity. We partnered with Uphold to give every single person watching this video free money up to $100 to get you guys even more XRP. It takes less than 5 minutes, and there's almost no requirements. Just like the video, comment XRP boom in the comment section below, subscribe to the channel with notifications, and this is a must, you must sign up on Uphold using my link in the description and do a transaction. Again, it takes less than 5 minutes, it's absolutely free, and it's a golden opportunity to get yourself some more money, whether if you want to buy more XRP with it, or you want to buy another crypto, or even if you just want to take that up to $100 and pull it in cash. So with that being said, do it. It takes less than 5 minutes, and let's get right into the video.
At this is Ripple's really trying to solve that cross-border payments problem. Central bank digital currencies are domestic by nature. They're issued by a central bank or potentially issued by a central bank. So they're not really solving cross-border problems. They're solving domestic solutions more often than not. So look, I think that what we're seeing happen with stablecoins, we're seeing happen with central bank issued digital assets, I think is exciting. I'm not exactly clear how it's all going to play out. You're seeing countries experiment and test. Ripple has partnered with several central banks around the world. Some we've announced, some we haven't yet announced, that they're issuing and testing using the XRP ledger to issue their digital assets on the XRP ledger as a token. So we're excited to be working with them. And look, at our core, Ripple's really good at working with enterprise customers. A government is just a big enterprise customer. We know how to sell to.
That's an interesting notion.
In some ways, it's just a really big enterprise customer, and we're pretty good at that now because we've had a lot of experience with it and worked with some of the largest banks in the world, as well as a lot of the smaller payment companies that have grown very quickly using our technology. It's helped them grow more quickly.
See, the XRP ledger is primed for further growth in the second quarter of 2025. As institutional adoption increases, fueled further by strategic partnerships and acquisitions, XRP's personal price as well will also end up skyrocketing. The Chinese stock markets are going absolutely parabolic. We're looking at hundreds of thousands of dollars in increases in some of the smallest stocks. We're also seeing millions of dollars in some of the bigger stocks. But the market, as you guys can see, is going absolutely vertical. But take a look at something very interesting that I'm about to show you guys right now. And that is Brad Garlinghouse, Ripple's CEO, hinting at an RLUSD or a Ripple stablecoin launching in Japan. But right now, the focus is on the stablecoin in the USD. Remember, this is one massive company. This institution, Ripple Labs, is actually focused on capturing all of the money across all of the world, and it's happening right in front of our eyes. I mean, seeing a stablecoin in the United States of America and the possibility that Ripple might buy out and acquire Circle, which is the owner of USDC, we're also seeing the Ripple stablecoin being hinted at launching in Japan. Again, unlocking millions, if not hundreds of millions or even billions of dollars into the XRP ledger. And this takes us back to RealFi, which again is basically unlocking the globalized wealth of real estate onto the XRP ledger. They have announced also a massive XRP giveaway. You just have to follow them on Twitter, post a tweet with RealFi and tag RealFi team, and then like and retweet this post. I'm going to quickly do that retweet, guys. This is obviously very, very bullish. And I mean, it comes at a very critical time. We had billionaire Patrick Bet-Davidson declare XRP could hit $1.25 quadrillion in market cap, predicting it to be worth over $1,000. But again, it is true because you look at where is the money being shifted, and it's shifted into the payment utility sector. And you have Ripple Labs leading the path in payments across not just the United States of America, but across even the world, expected to facilitate over $125 trillion annually with a market cap of $1.25 quadrillion. And this is without, again, scaling in a lot of other directions, right? We're saying XRP could replace SWIFT with literally a small, I think it was like 5 or 10% of SWIFT's volume. You would reach the $1.25 quadrillion for XRP. Imagine capturing 50% of the SWIFT volume or 60% of the SWIFT volume. You'd be looking at, you know, obviously a couple $1,000s per XRP at least.
Processes $5 trillion daily, or 1.25 quadrillion annually. If you didn't know what that was, quadrillion annually, SWIFT. If XRP captures 5 to 10% of volume, let's just say 10% of volume, $125 trillion annually. The demand for XRP, by the way, it could be any of these other technologies we're talking about. Analysts estimate that a $10 trillion market cap could push XRP's price to $100 per token, with full replacement potentially driving it up.
We wanted our customers to get best of the service turnaround times as part of NBAD's commitment to the customer service. So what we have done is we had our customers coming to us and asking us, saying how can we better these things in terms of turnaround time and how can we improve turnaround time. Today the payment takes anywhere from 1 day, 2 days, 3 days. So that's when we started looking at how to innovate our turnaround times for the customers, and we started looking at blockchain as a technology and Ripple as a vendor who can do it. And that's how the whole idea started. Yes, the specific problem we focused on was initially we were looking at how to connect our branches. So we are present in so many countries, we have so many branches. So when a customer makes payment from our NBAD UAE account to, say, an example, NBAD Oman, how can we solve that problem? And how can we give them almost real-time payment back to the beneficiary and the end-to-end customer service levels increase and the customers are happy? So that was the business case we picked up, looking at, and our compliance and all the stakeholders were very comfortable looking at internal branches and connecting the internal branches, and that's how we did our pilot. Building a business case should not be a big bang, in my humble opinion. You have to look at specific issues, specific problem, which all your stakeholders are very comfortable. They know what the issue is. They should know that it ends up in solving a customer problem, and they should know that it will benefit the organization as a whole. So there has to be a clear return on investment. There has to be an innovation coefficient, as we call it, and there has to be a commitment back to your customers. And you have to rope in your customers, and that's where NBAD has been working with our big corporates corporates to bring in our corporates to see the end-to-end benefits they get by going live on this system. And we're working closely with the vendors on how to improve the efficiency and overall costs, and that's where the business case comes from.
Alright guys, that's going to be the end of the video. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, sign up on upload using my link in the description, enter transaction. And with all that being said, I'll see you next time.